Okay, 1st of February, Rudy here. Bit of a special update on my girlfriend's silver. So before we get into the charts, just the current futures position. So I started tracking this on the 17th of January because they delete historical info. So first up, we're looking at open interest. So open interest is basically the paper claims to silver. So as it closed Friday, there was 147,000 contracts. So 147,000, it's 5,000 a contract. So there's 740 million ounces of paper claims. Okay, so then we've got to look at how much silver's in the vault. How much have they got? So there's two categories. There's registered and eligible. Eligible is basically silver in the vault, but it's a bad word for it, but it's taken, so it's held by ETFs and other things, so it's not for sale. Registered is what's available to back the paper claims. So you can see there was actually an adjustment done. So 3 million was taken out and put into eligible. So it means we've got 105 million of registered. So the ratio of paper to real is 7. So you can see here that the open interest is pretty stable. But the amount of silver that's held in the vaults, I mean, that's 17th of January, that's like 2 weeks ago. There was 123 million. Now there's 105. So at that rate, well, you can do the maths. So all this still bodes well for the silver bull. Okay, onto the charts. Well, obviously anyone who follows silver knows Mr. Slammy came in Friday night. It was sort of, well, I think it was good. There were topping signals here with the shooting star, another sort of indecision candle. It actually, well, potentially, if they had a little green bar there, would have been a very bullish candle. Wouldn't put it past them that they were trying to make that look bullish to suck people in and then go boom. So technically we've just come down to the so this is the 20, this is the 50. We're on a daily chart. So technically there's no real damage done. It is a punch in the gut though, so I can't see it like taking out 120 this week. But if we look at like the hourly chart here, so it hit this level down here and then came, so probably some chopping around. Good time to pick some up if you've missed this whole thing. Yeah, and as I said, I just think, yeah, it's good. Just resets, punctures the balloon, lets some more air go in. If you look at the Chinese silver price, so this is their futures. So their contracts are in per kilo, so 24,000 RON. So you can see they came down, but to convert that to a comparison, like we divide by the currency and then convert kilos to ounces. So 109. So in China, it's still trading at $109 US per ounce. So there's a premium that still exists. And you can see here, this is so this is the difference between that Chinese price and the US price. So you can see the so the premium is now sitting at $24. So they're paying $24 more per ounce over there in the Chinese futures market. So, and it is, I have mentioned this before, it is hard. People will go, well, why don't people just buy in America and sell in China? Well, basically, to do that, they over in China, the bars are of a different standard. I think I've got that somewhere. There. Yeah, so they basically trade in 15 kilo ingots, and they've got to have a stamp of being refined in China. Whereas in America, they're 1,000 ounce bars. So to get your American silver over to China, you've got to take this 1,000 ounce bar, send it to China, get it refined into these things. Probably still worth the effort at that premium, but that premium can't. I mean, at $5 a premium, you know, it's not worth it. If it stays up here, it would be. But I can't see that existing. Which means either the Chinese price has got to come down or the American price has got to come up. Okay, so the old gold to silver ratio. So this is back here. This is around when I started this channel. Was the silver switch. So this is the ratio of gold to silver. So the gold price over the silver price. You can see silver's been outperforming gold by a long mile. And at some stage, when it gets down to this level, you might want to switch your silver for gold or platinum, depending on the ratios. So you can see on Friday we did a bit of a retest of this breakdown support area. So this means gold outperformed silver for the week, last week. Alright, so now, so apart from, so if you're in Australia, ETP MAG, that's the physical silver ETF. You can get it in your Australian Super or Host Plus. So this is obviously Friday. This hasn't baked in the smash on Friday, so it's probably going to open up somewhere down here. So just again, technically very good, healthy. If you don't have any, probably a good time to accumulate. But don't rush. Wait for confirmation. And there's a few other ETFs. So on the ASX we've got XMET. It's copper, lithium and silver mainly, but on the ASX we were limited for silver miners. That was your exposure. So we've got this new one, SLVM. So it replicates this SIL ETF, which is an established ETF over in America. So it's headed up by Wheaton Precious, which is not a mining company but a royalty company. So it doesn't mean it's bad. And then Pan, Kua, Heckler. So Heckler's like the big holding in the SILJ, which we'll get to. So it's sort of the bigger, and Pan's probably more gold than silver, but that's what SLVM is based on. So it's still not. You'd be a brave man, I think, to buy that in Australia until the pricing, like, it's just really hard. to know what's the right price. So stay tuned. If you're not a subscriber, charging say $10 a month. Give you daily updates on all this stuff, include what shares, ETFs to get involved with. So I think at some stage SLVM will be the go. If you can't get over to America. So America, so existing people know Siljay's been, I've been buying her since back here at 15. So Siljay, that's not her. Let me get her. So Siljay is headed up by Heckler. So you got Heckler, Cure, First Majestic, Endeavour, Wheaton. So there's Wheaton, which is the big one of SLVM. So again, she's got punished, but I think that if we get a nice bounce on Friday, but there's a couple of other options. There's SLVP over in America. So again, we've got Heckler topping it up, and then this Industrial Pinellas and Fresnel Low. So they're a sort of bigger miners. Got our First Majestic, Endeavour, and then there's SLVR, which again, this is the American one. So again, a little bit of a difference. So First Majestic heading this one up, and then you've actually got some silver, physical silver exposure, along with some other, or you've got a little bit of wheat in there, but some other silver mining companies. So there's a few options out there. If you were ever thinking about buying silver and you never jumped in, if you're going to think about it, you'd be thinking about it now. And well done if you didn't chase it up here. Alright, as I said, if you want to get more in depth, join the channel for only $10 a month, and we continue the journey, the resource bull market. Alright, have a good one.